Hello, love. Welcome to your Sunday soul support message. These are messages for the highest and the greatest good of the Elsh Collective, empaths, light workers, starseeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls. Okay, if this message has found you, or you have found it, however you want to look at it, because it goes both ways, know that there is a message here, timely yet timeless. And on that note, I'm going to say that this is going to be a timely message. This is going to be an energy update that wants to come through. There will be obviously timeless messages and teachings I feel that want to come through this as well. And we're going to get right into it. I'm working with the energies of Celestite for this reading. I really just want to sit here for a second and allow you to really tune in to these energies of Celestite as we open up this reading. Of course, always of your own free will. Can't emphasize that enough. Okay. Spirit, simply wanting to come through for these messages, I'm going to be asking through the Healing Waters Oracle and the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, now going into the meditation for this, I kept on hearing waves and waves and waves of volunteers being activated, coming in, the water cleansing and purifying and tempering energies. Hence, we're working with the Healing Waters Oracle and Celestite, which is, again, for me, connected very much to, amongst other things, the energies of water. Okay. If you're familiar with the work of Dolores Cannon and the volunteers, the waves of volunteers, this is definitely hitting upon that and connecting to that. I also heard that more than ever, we need to be grounded. Trembles. I heard trembles, the earth shifting, waves of energy, this influx of solar flares touching upon that, but it's also the energy and frequency and vibration of those awakening, of those being activated. So there is, I'm just gonna put my notebook down there. There is a kind of twofold thing going on here. Those who have already had some kind of spiritual awakening, those who have already understood that they're here on a mission, are being activated. There's activations happening, like I'm hearing left, right, and center all over the place. Waves of activation happening. And also volunteers waking up. Actual souls awakening to the reason they came here, knowing that they signed up, knowing that they're here for a bigger mission. Okay? They want me to touch upon this really briefly. So there's a lot of unsettled, and it's coming through in devastating ways, catastrophic ways, unsettled energy here on Mama Gaia, right? Fires happening the world over, even flooding happening the world over. Things are out of whack because a rebalancing needs to take place. I don't know why I'm saying that. I feel like Mama Gaia is coming through here. She wants to, Mama Gaia is a sentient being. Now, there are many reasons. I don't want to touch too much upon this. She doesn't want me really to focus too much upon this, but it has to be brought up and addressed. There are many multiple reasons why these events could be taking place, whether they are being done deliberately, whether these events are being done because of simply Mama Gaia and the fact that she, being a sentient being, is overwhelmed. It's also connected to us the collective, the frequencies that are being held currently. There's so much to this. I keep on hearing cry for help. I just want to tune into this for a second here. Let me go. I keep on seeing these waves of water. This unsettled thrashing of the water. So I feel like the element of water really wants to come through to speak to this. Because the element of water is coming through to say that obviously this element is an integral part of Mama Gaia. It's part of what makes up the majority of her being. And they're directing me back to the primordial waters, the element where everything starts, the water absorbing our consciousness. And this is a call, in a way, to light workers and starseeds, healers, empaths. This is a call to really, really focus on where you are at energetically. Where is your frequency at? I'm hearing you hold a really specific frequency that is, it's almost like I'm hearing the word magnetizing, amplifying, residual. Those of you who really feel called to step into this work are being asked to step into it now. That's the message that's coming through. In terms of raising, expanding the frequency here on Mama Gaia, and she keeps on coming back to love. And the frequency of love, the frequency of the heart. I'm hearing mind-heart coherence here, that work. Like the work of heart math. Oh man, I'm getting chills all over. Okay, I'm gonna get into the cards. This is, yeah. What she's saying here is that not everyone is meant to do the work of Mama Gaia work. That's how I like to refer to it, okay? Not everyone is meant to do that, but those of you that resonate with this, this is a call to action. This is about anchoring the light codes and frequencies. This is connected to the solar flares that came through earlier, and getting really grounded. Archangel Sandalphon, and calling upon him, if that resonates for you, working with the frequencies and the angelic realm, the frequencies of the angelic realm, helping you to anchor in these light codes, to ground in these light codes. Okay? Yeah, okay. I'm going to get into that doing the cards. Okay, so the Isle of Avalon as I cut the deck. Healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. That is what Mama Gaia is asking us to do. That is what she's asking us to do. She wants me to show this too. Pearl, the pearl alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. Why did I say ant? Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. This shit is gritty. That's what I'm hearing. This is very, I like the clairsentience that's coming through right now, the amount of feeling that's happening through my body is just reaffirming over and over again the overwhelming feeling of when you first begin to do this work and tune into Mama Gaia. That's the grit, okay? Like I said, this is not work that is meant for everyone, but it's connected to everyone. And I hope I can explain this. You're either doing firsthand what's the word for this? Firsthand, right? Like on the front lines, Momma Gaia work, or in your own healing process and in your own understanding of compassion, love, Christ consciousness, and vibrating, reverberating is what she's showing me at that frequency, that is also aiding her. So there's the hands-on work, that's the phrase that I was looking for here, the hands-on work of actual work with Mother Earth. You know that she's giving me, this is crazy. Okay. She is showing me the movie Avatar. And when they are all seated and connected to her and connected to the Great Mother, and everyone is seated, and I believe that they're singing or chanting in that scene. And I believe it's at the end when, is it Grace? Look at that name coming up again. When they're trying to save her and they're all connected to her and they're doing the energy work, that's kind of what the firsthand work looks like. When you are deeply connected to her, when you sit on the earth, when you sit on her back, on her stomach, however you envision it, and you're doing her work and you're sending the energy there, okay? From grit to grace. So this is a very specific message, because for her name to come through, this is incredibly important, right? The grace is love. That's what she's saying to me. And I just have so many goosebumps. Like I can't even, her love is so overwhelming emotionally. It is incredibly overwhelming. It's just too, it's like, whew. This is the alchemy, the work of love, okay? So I'm just gonna try and not, okay, let me just get centered here a little bit. Because if you're doing that directly for her, like this is a massive call right now of action to do that. And it's also a confirmation that she's hearing you. She's hearing you and she's feeling you. The other thing is, if you're not doing it directly, your own focus on love, on attuning to those frequencies, Christ consciousness, the Venetian energies, right? Those are coming through as well. Mother Mary, the Sisterhood of the Rose, seeing Momma you set with that too. All this energy is available to you to support you in your own healing journey as well. And when you do that, you help to heal Momma Gaia. Okay. Asking now through the Healing Waters Oracle for this energy update based on everything that we just said, everything that came through. On heeding the call, answering the call. This feels like it's specific to those of you who are interested or feel the call to do this Momma Gaia work. Okay, let's see what wants to come through here. The Wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care. Take a breath. I feel like I need to read this one from the book. Okay. And we've got the Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions. It's destined, okay, at the bottom of the deck. This is the element of water coming through again, specifically. Connecting with the element of water. I'm actually being shown someone who I've seen water scrying, if that resonates with you, like looking into water and scrying into water to develop your psychic abilities, to develop acting on visions. It's destined, meaning that if you are feeling the call to work with Momma Gaia, that is destined. That is something that you've been, that ordained in a way to do. All right. This is, she wants us, this is how much love she has and how clairsentient Momma Gaia is. She wants us to make sure we're taking care of our bodies, because in doing so, we take care of her as well. And seeing ourselves as her body. What are you putting into your body? What are you putting into her? It's all connected. Breath work also being confirmed here as well. Doing breath work to help you with your healing. Doing breath work. to help heal her, doing breath work to get your energy and your frequency in the right place. What are you thirsty for? I'm just going to hold that up and I'm going to read here from the book. Let me get to this first here. Yeah. Also talking about the water that you ingest. What water are you bringing into your system? What do you have available to you in terms of getting the cleanest water that you can? This is also about programming the water that you drink, sending love and healing energy into the water you drink, speaking what you want to bring into your body, into the water, speaking it into the water, thanking the water, thanking Momma Gaia, because the water is going to absorb what you say and then what you bring into your body. We don't only need water to thrive, we need it to survive. The wellspring card often appears when things are unbalanced or when we've been pushing ourselves beyond our limits in ways that are simply unsustainable. This is what's happening on Momma Gaia, right? This is reflecting the imbalance right now energetically. Just like the seasons around us, we too are cyclical, and thus we must pay attention to where we're expecting ourselves to be in full bloom all year round. Okay, so there's a phase and a cycle to everything. And what she's wanting to confirm here is that things, again, this has come through before, things may appear to be absolutely appalling on the surface, especially if you are watching the media, especially if you are being bombarded by the mainstream media with all the events and the things that are going on. But what she's saying is that there is a cycle taking place. Death and rebirth, purging, cleansing, in order for something new to be born again. She is having to come back stronger than before because of the shifts that are taking place. I feel like this is Mother Mary coming through here with this water oracle here. I just want to hold that up. This incredible love and compassion that wants to come through for us, for her, for Momma Gaia. Yeah. And we've got the sacred well here underneath that, all about self-care. Giving from a place of plenty. This self-care is what Momma Gaia is doing. She's taking care of herself. Bring more harmony and balance back to your life and trust your inner seasons. Trust her. Trust what she is doing. Trust what she is going through. That doesn't mean, however, she wants me to make this really clear. It's very hard to explain this because it's like a dark night of the soul. She's going through a dark night of the soul. And all the stuff that happens, sometimes when you're in the thick of it, depending on where you are on your journey, you can look at it with disdain. You can look at it with why, anger comes up, you know, that the victim comes out, right? But she is wanting us to trust in our light. She wants us to trust in our hearts. She wants us to trust in our souls. Like Phoenix from the ashes. This mother here to support us who has absolute total faith in us. Total faith in us that we're going to do the right thing. Yeah. This is a call in a sense to not let her down. I'm saying that. I'm saying that because that's sort of what it feels like. It feels like she's just taken on so much, and yet she will come back again, but we cannot take her for granted. We cannot take her for granted, okay? She doesn't want me to get too heavy on this. It is heavy. These energies are heavy, and I want to acknowledge that. And I thank you for being here. And I thank you for opening up your heart and your energy to this message. But sometimes things get heavy, right? They get heavy because we just need to look at them and we need to bring light to those situations. Okay. Two of Swords in reverse coming out here. The World. That's her. The Sun. The Empress coming out in reverse. Okay. All right. And we've got the Page of Wands in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this Page of Wands, I'm going to start here. This is the energy of feeling very discombobulated. She's addressing empaths, and especially the empath journey with this, okay? And remember, we're all connected, right? There's a good chance that if you're a light worker, starseed healer, you're probably an empath. But this is specific to the empath journey, okay? The Page of Wands in reverse here could be very much an energy here. And remember that this is sort of a general, we're getting a collective energy coming through here, right? For the Elsh collective. So the Page of Wands in reverse is like energetically feeling off. Perhaps you feel like the messages are not making sense. You're not reading them properly. Perhaps there are things coming through where it's like you would have never thought that you would have ever done this moving forward. Something in your spiritual practice, something where you have to change something, the way you eat, for example. That's kind of, there's so much shifting going on again, what she's showing me, that this shifting can have us feeling very off, spiritually very off. Like you think, I've been doing the work, I've been doing what I'm doing, why is all this shit happening? Why is all this stuff going on, right? Where are we seeing things actually changing? And what she's saying is that they are changing, even though you feel discombobulated, even though you feel totally off. And this is more reason for you to get grounded, more reason for you to connect with her. That's what she wants us to do, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like it's like, come back to me, get grounded. Call upon Archangel Sandalphon again. I feel like bringing some, I'm going to bring some citrine into this as well. Some natural citrine to remind you of these energies here with Archangel Sandalphon coming through. Grounding this light energy, okay? With the Two of Swords in reverse and this Empress in reverse, this is really interesting. She's Momma Gaia, the Empress, out of whack, imbalanced. She's directing me to this. She's showing me the moon. She's oh my God, and the waves here in the water. She's directing me to this part of the card. The turbulence that's taking place. The cycles between the moon and the water. The cyclical nature of Momma Gaia. The cycles. This is all part of a bigger cycle. This is coming out of the energy of being too much in your head, too much an analysis around why, this Page of Wands again in reverse, okay? Get grounded. Like, she cannot emphasize that enough. She cannot emphasize that enough. She wants us to come back into balance in ourselves, okay? Coming back into balance, flipping this energy up and going within. That's what the Two of Swords is. It's about getting out of the chatter, getting out of the monkey mind and going within. And she's showing me actually connecting to water, and water sounds really helps with this, if that speaks to you. So playing wave sounds, playing water music, waterfalls, even like she's showing me like having a, like a screensaver with like waterfalls, or like putting a video on of just waterfalls and watching it. Crystals, connecting to crystals that are connected to water. Apophyllite, like, you know, I've got this piece of apophyllite here. Apophyllite is very high in water content. So crystals that are also connected to water for you, connecting with that, because crystals are Momma Gaia. They come from Momma Gaia, right? And they are living beings, and they are sentient like her. And then we've got the world and the sun at the center. There's an end of a cycle here taking place, and it's not going to happen in an instant. The cycle has been happening for a while. This beautiful sun energy coming in to show us the beginning of something new. It's also a nod to the solar flares, and this goes back to a reading that had come through a while ago. Oh man, it must have been like 6 months ago, maybe. I can't remember. And it had to do with integrating solar flares with water, with the energy of water. You know, the wellspring, the water oracle, all of this water energy wanting to come in to support us. She's showing me speaking to your bath, speaking to the bath water, speaking to the shower, the water that comes out of your shower. This is how we reconnect. This is how we reconnect, because we used to be so connected to her. We used to be so connected to the water and the land. And she's still all around us. All those things are still there. We're still connected. We have to consciously make that connection. Speak to the water, the bath water. Ask the water. Thank the water for being here with you on your journey. Ask the water to help you integrate these energies. Ask the water to guide you, you know. Speak to it, cleanse it, cleansing the water, okay? Communing with the water, setting up sacred spaces with water, okay? All of this coming through. She's showing me that this is her taking in all of this solar energy. Taking it in and alchemizing it. Alchemizing it. We had something when I cut the deck. Was it the pearl? Yeah. Taking it in and alchemizing it. 19 reduces to a 10, which is a 1. It's the beginning of a new cycle. That's also a nod to it happening at an individual level. She wants me to really emphasize that when you're doing the individual work, even if you're not working with her directly, your healing, your frequency, your vibration, doing the work, this practice of love, like I'm hearing like love practice, like the way you do a yoga practice, like getting into meditation, even in your day-to-day, you walk around and you interact with people and you come from a place of love and compassion. It doesn't mean you're a pushover. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. You do this with healthy boundaries, but you come from a place of love. You come from a place of non-judgment. You come from a place of peace and centeredness. And that reverberates out into the collective, creating that energy. Yeah, you're a master creator. That's what I'm hearing her say. Okay. I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Momma Gaia. Thank you, Spirit, for these beautiful messages, for the energies of Archangel Sandalphon coming through, the energies of love and compassion through the Sisterhood of the Rose. Call upon them if that resonates with you. The Venetian Galactic Council, the Venetian energies, Christ consciousness, the energies of Christ. Mother Mary, Mama Iset. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Mary Magdalene, too. That's another one that's coming through as well. Anything connected with the Sisterhood of the Rose, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, and love and liberation always.